I've maybe struggled a little bit more this weekend to fully get comfortable in the car and get my lap time out of it. Normally it's quite easy to do that or to be like immediately competitive, but it seemed like it had to continue until the last run in Q3 where I finally could put it, let's say, reasonably together.
The wind's shifting and it makes it really, really tricky to kind of just keep the car, and we're generally struggling with the car. It's been moving around a lot. So it was definitely a real fight to get even that second place time at the end.
Going through 15, I just couldn't stop the car, and I just went off, went deep, and I lost my lap time. I think I could have done pole today, but it just didn't happen.
First run in Q3 was quite okay. Still, the last sector was not great. Had some locking and understeer. Just tried to have a nice clean lap in the second run, but had even more locking and understeer in the last sector, so just lost too much time.
It's going to be very tricky with the McLarens. We've been very close all season long, so we'll have to make everything perfect tomorrow. But I'm confident we can have a good weekend.
We had reserved the medium for the second run that normally is quicker, and in this time it was slower because the wind picked up. So we need to analyze what we could have done differently there because it obviously puts us a bit in the back foot going into tomorrow.
Very close to Carlos, when the gap's had small, there's definitely, that's achievable. But I think Charles was maybe 2/10 up the road, and I don't think we had that in Q3. So, yeah, I want to say obviously we want to be ahead, but we're close enough to not be discouraged, and we'll be the hunters tomorrow.
Yeah, not an easy day, I think. I didn't feel it was too bad. I made a couple of mistakes. Well, just the last two corners, I overcooked a little bit. So I probably lost a couple of positions there, but it happens and I'll make up for it tomorrow.
Main target for us was to out-qualify Alpines, and that's what we did with Ocon and Fernando taking the penalty. So that's the positive. I qualified on the medium as well. So we have all the strategies covered for tomorrow, and hopefully it can give us the edge on the others.
I'm quite happy for this today, especially from FP3 was quite bad pace, and even I was really expecting hard to go through Q2. So yeah, overall was good.
To be honest, it has been a tough weekend. We were never really in contention to get into Q3 or just on the edge of getting in there. We tried with the medium as well. So we're not too far. P11 on the medium is still a decent effort.
The car felt actually better today. I was happy. So shame that we couldn't show that, but overall, reasonably happy with how the day went. And our main objective was to beat George and Fernando, which we did.
Starting P12 with the choice of tires is not bad. I don't know. For sure, we won the Q3, but going to Q3 with soft and starting tomorrow with soft was not ideal for the strategy. So we are happy with this, and we will try our best tomorrow.
The speed seems not to be there as previous weekends, but also, we struggle with the balance. When we change something, we move from understeer to oversteer in a very fine line. So, more work to do tonight, and hopefully with a good strategy, as I said, top 10 maybe still in the range.
My first track limits offence all weekend. It's a bit of a shame to do it in quali, but as I said, it doesn't really change anything at all for us, and it was just giving it everything to try and out-qualify Sebastian and Fernando.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but this morning we got a double wave yellow flag, so the second attempt in Q1 was, I didn't get one.
I think it was probably one of the worst qualifying laps of the year for me. I just got caught out by just an unexpected balance in the high-speed corners the whole weekend. I've been having one car characteristic, and you kind of obviously get used to going over the bumps and pushing the limits.
Well, I never made a good lap. One got cancelled, or the first one I got sideways in the first sector, and then the second got cancelled, and then the last one I bottomed out on one of the bumps and got sideways and managed to got it more or less stayed on the circuit, a bit all over the place.
Frustrating. I think at least half a second, maybe a bit more of improvement, so I think we would have been right up there.
I was a bit upset that I lost quite some time in the last sector, around 2-3 tenths, with a few cars stopped on my apex, and I lost downforce from that. So could have been a bit fast lap time, but in the end would have not changed the whole spectrum of things.